I'm RealGenericDemon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 24, Volume 14. Yes, this is the final episode, then it's a 2-week break, and I'm back in the middle of December, or second week of December. But yes, these are the last ones. These are from Generation Pixel. Got it wrong around the other week. I called it Pixel Generation. It's probably somebody else completely with half the number of subs. But anyway, but yes, Generation Pixel sent these to me a couple of weeks ago, and what, 3 weeks ago now? 4 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago now. And we played all the ones with the little red dots on, so we've had fun with these so far, and they've been brilliant. We've really enjoyed them, but we have one last one to do, and that's Tape 10. So we'll do that one shortly. But I want to show you some things, because it's been a good week. We've had the Spectrum being released. Wherever my Spectrum is. I'm sure it's here somewhere. I don't know where it is. I'm now confused. Anyway, I'm very confused. Where did I put it? Oh, it's over there. I've spotted it. Anyway, so I was going to show you the Spectrum, but it's piled under something. We had the Spectrum released, but we also had a vast quantity of things. Now, I think there's a love and hate thing for this particular device. I love it. I saw it, and it was going to be released originally during the pandemic, so 2020. I pre-ordered it. I like the look of it. It's Blaze Interactive, of course, who done the Evercade. This is one of the ones that I've got, which is the new handheld from Evercade. Misses apparently the HDMI socket, but it also includes the 3 Tomb Raider games that you can play on there. And yes, it's emulation, but there is a big difference between this and buying something that can emulate it all. Yeah, you can create an emulator that does it all. I get that. But these guys have properly licensed these games. There's a difference, as I say. They've properly licensed these games. They've made the effort to make you lovely boxes, nice devices. These are about, I think it's £90 for the handheld one. It's £80 for the Versus one, which I've got here as well. Hang on a second. Show you the Versus one while I'm here. So I've got the Versus one, which is the same thing, but it's a consolised version, but it allows you to have different ports there on the front and actually put the 2 cartridges into the slots at the front there. So I'm a big fan of these things. I've been collecting it and its various bits and pieces for quite a while. And recently, honestly, this is what flew through my door the other day. Plus so many other ones. There's this stuff like this. Look, this is arcade games. If you're going to buy some of these arcade games nowadays, this has got things like Turok on it and Batsung and a few others. These are actually indie games that have been released that are for consoles. So the top one, I think the Metal and Dragon, is kind of like Mercs. Now, that's an indie title. You've got Toplan's next one, which again has games that literally, if you were going to buy these, you would find it really expensive to do so. Then we've got things like collections. They're all curated collections, which is a really important word. Curated is a very important word. These are collections of games. Sorry, that's Commodore 64 versions for those people who are looking at it. But those are the Commodore 64 versions. But they're all curated, which is very important, because the word curated basically means they're looking at not necessarily always the games that you would have played, maybe hidden gems you missed back in the day. So that's what they're doing. And Data East, and there's a whole range. There's like purples are the arcade ones, blues are the computer game ones, and the reds are either basically consoles, all the consoles. But if I open up the one that I've opened, because I tried it the other day, because I also got the Alphas, which is the big arcade machines. I can't show you that very easily, but I might do a video on it. But if I open this up, this is what you get with one of these things. You get a cartridge, look. And who doesn't love, he says, throwing it everywhere, who doesn't love a cartridge, an actual cartridge? And I know that, the memory sticks inside them. But you also get a manual, and in this case, look at this. You get stickers for the game. This is back to the way we used to do things. And the games aren't that expensive. They're sort of between £15 and £22. That's quite cheap. What's that in US dollars? About $18 to $25. That's not very expensive, because you're getting a physical release, a licensed release that works with all the devices. They've done remapped the buttons and all kinds. And they've made real headway with this. But look at this. We've literally got a whole little manual with all the bits and pieces in it. Blaze Entertainment there. British company, though, who's been doing these. So I've got to give them credit for this. And to be honest with you, I think that it's a good way to play and collect again, because I like collecting. I don't know about you, but I love collecting. Look, there's numbers. Everybody loves a number who's a collector. So, yeah, really good stuff. Anyway, that's all been released recently, but you're not here for that. You're here for this. So let me get that on tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so we'll go down to our favourite. Actually, no, it's going to be... I keep doing this. They basically said they're 128k on the front of it, didn't it? They said they were 128k. So I would normally go to basic and do tape and load it, or load speech marks, but we're going to go with the tape loader and see if it actually loads. It probably won't, but we'll give it a try. It's worth a try. How are you this week? I hope you've got a beverage. I have coffee, as usual. I still haven't got that... exclusive deal that I've been working on for probably the last 10 years now. I don't know when What's on the Tape started, actually. That's a question. I can't remember when it started. Somebody, I'm sure, can see. Firestorm. I know this one. I think. It could be the one I'm thinking of. I might be completely wrong. I think No, I don't, actually. I don't think I know it. I'm thinking of that one. I think it's called Nova, which is really rubbish. So this is one I don't recognise. Anyway, so I've been working on that for a long time, and the What's on Tape's been going for a very long time. But this is the last of Season 24. We'll be on to Season 25 when I have a couple of weeks break. It just allows me to catch up with videos that I need to record in between, ones that aren't watched by very many people. To be fair, What's on the Tape is by far my most popular thing on my channel, which is absolutely fine. This might be the one. I don't know. I'm sure it was called Nova, the one I'm thinking of. I don't know. I'm so confused now by Firestorm. The loading screen looks so familiar. And then it doesn't, because when it loaded like that and it coloured it in all red, I thought it was going to try and put some yellows and some reds together to make sort of fire, but it hasn't. Very weird indeed. Yeah. Anyway, so, I asked you how your week had been, hadn't I? I asked you whether you've been busy or not. Been a busy week for me, just getting things sorted, realistically. Just lots and lots of things. Not a lot of driving or anything like that, just very much office-bound, unfortunately. So, very, very things is the answer to that. There was weird things going through my head right now. I sat down here just, thinking about the, what I was going to randomly discuss this week, because, it's things that pop into my head. And the one thing that really popped into my head was Robbie Williams. Robin Williams? Remember Robbie Williams? I remember him first. When I first saw Robin Williams, it was Mork and Mindy, of course. Nanu. What planet did he come from? He came from some weird thing. It was some weird planet. They had a baby, didn't they? Ultimately, it was very weird, and it just came to mind, and I'm not sure why it came to mind about Robbie Williams. Robbie Williams. That's different Williams. Robbie Williams. But I don't know. It came to mind. It was such a tragedy that he passed away. But he was such a gamer as well, wasn't he? Because he called his own daughter Zelda. Not after Link, because that's Link is Link, isn't he? And he knew that. He knew the difference. But he was such a gamer, wasn't he? It'll be interesting to see what happens with gamers in the future, won't it? Because technically I'm a gamer, and I'm getting on a bit. In the future, there's going to be gamers all over the place. Everybody will have been touched by games at one point in their life, mostly in the Western world. We literally will have been. You will have. There'll be games you remember and games you don't. It's gonna. There's interesting times ahead at the moment. I'm finding the whole process very interesting. The whole gaming in the 21st century. Yes, 21st century. Yeah. It's very weird. We play a lot of games nowadays. I play a lot of old games. And it's great though to keep them alive. I showed you before the Evercade. Anybody else got an Evercade? Don't know. I just like the whole concept of it. When it originally came out, it was mainly a handheld. I don't think they thought of consolising it, and I don't know what point they went, damn, we've got something that works here. We need to consolise this to some way. And then they did the first Versus and consolised it, and added Wi-Fi to it so it could be backed up. And then they made the EXP, XP. or the expert, I guess, version of it, which is the next console, which is the next handheld, which also had Wi-Fi in it, so they could update. Because originally the whole thing was it was going to be flat. They didn't think that it would be so successful. They didn't think anybody'd buy it, really. I guess to in huge quantities, or quantities enough that the product would be successful. So the very first handheld didn't have a way to update it. In fact, that had to come later because the people were like, "Oh, we need these features and we need these features," and there was enough people buying that and the games to kind of, yeah, this is the one. See, okay, so here's where I've got confused. Nexus Firestorm. It is the right game, but I think of it as Nexus, not as Firestorm. Because there's a big, it's like a big plastic box this one comes in normally, and with Nexus written into the sort of bottom of it. I wonder if it's a reference to the Nexus droids from Blade Runner. Don't know. Anyway, controls. This game I hate. 3 for keyboard. So we got 2W, IO, and bottom row. Right, okay. 3 for keyboard. Right. This is a game about a man who's, I think, trying to put out fires. But he really does sprint. Look at that. This is how I run normally. Huge gazelle-like steps so that I can go really fast. And I'm not sure what he's doing. Start fire. Oh, I can start fires. I'm not sure why I'm starting fires. Why am I starting? Oh, 5 minutes lost. It's a very weird game. Not one of my favourites. Fire for the lift. Can I? Oh, up. Up. Yeah, I don't know what. Oh, killed that thing. I'm not sure what I'm meant to be killing with this, but I'm. Oh, lost 5 minutes there. Yeah, we'll go this way. But he doesn't sprint going upwards. He only sprints going sideways. What's the remote control moving? Oh, right. This is one of those games where you feel like there's more to it. And I've mind control? What can I mind control? Myself. There's a lot more to this. Anybody played it before? I feel like there's a lot more to this, but I'm not getting the what's that? It's some kind of conveyor belt of sorts. I wonder if I move over here whether I can mind control that thing. Mind control. Oh, I can. Oh, right, it's weird. It's like a weird sub-game. I've got Fizz, Lactum, and Washo. I'm guessing the memory one's Washo. Okay. Oh, he follows me. Absolutely useless, but it looks really cool. There's something going on with this game. It looks alright. I feel like there's so much more to this. Back in the day, of course, there was no tutorials like there are nowadays. We just you just played them as they were. I want to mind control something. Oh, damn, it's moved off. Come on back. There it is. Oh, it's really good. It's like a little. It moves fast, and you've got to make it along the corridor of its brain to sort of mind control. That's quite good, that actually. I'll take it back. It needs a bit of playing, a bit more finessing than that. It's not quite pick up and play, but there's something there with that one. There's something there, definitely. Good Morning Vietnam. That was a great movie with Robbie Williams. A message as well as humour at the same time about the state of the war and what was actually going on with it. Very good movie. Good Will Hunting. Agent Orange. Never played it. Got it. Not played it. I think there's like a great big sort of tube-like ship on it at the beginning of it. Anyway, but yeah, the Good Will Hunting with which really made Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. Really made them as actors, and you know that they were there. That's actually a really good movie. I'm going to watch that one again. Actually, I think it's like the one with Sean Connery, though. Have you seen Finding Forrester? I quite like Finding Forrester. That's a pretty good movie. I'm sure that's Sean Connery. It is Sean Connery. Yeah, Finding Forrester. That's a good one. There's some good ones out there actually, but I don't know. I think we're missing out on some of the good movies that are there. I mean, is there anything really great that's appeared sci-fi recently? I tell you what, I watched recently two in theory sci-fi movies. Biosphere, which I can't even describe. It's basically end of the world, but you're in a biosphere, and that's where they're surviving, and it gets really weird, very well. Not quickly. It takes about half the movie to get weird, and then it gets a bit weird. Not in a bad way, but you don't. It's not something you see coming. I'll be honest. That was Biosphere. That's a new one this year, and the other one, of course, is The Last Sentinel, which is also tad weird. It's set in the year 2063, and something's happened to the world, but we don't know quite what, and it's not quite the way it was. So, yeah, yeah, I like the visuals on that one. The visuals are particularly sharp. They're really nice. It's sort of imagine oil rig in deep sea. It's very, very. It's a dystopic type of future. I quite like those visuals when you actually have a little look at them. They're quite good fun. So yeah. Anyway, how have you all getting on with your Spectrums? Do you all get your Spectrum? Have you all powered it up, had a little look, played with it, put it back in the box and stuck it on the shelf? I'm sure you have by now. Somebody asked very kindly in the comments on the video that I did on the Spectrum, and I'm quite sure that most of you watching this now watched the Spectrum video. The asked very nicely what it would be like for continual. Oh, that's not very good. That was a naughty computer. Let's see if I can find it on PlayZX. Many of them people asked what it would be like after 6 months. They'd quite like to know whether or not we'd all still be playing it, what the state of the membrane keyboard would be like. I don't even know if they use the same technology as they did back in the day. I would hope not. I would hope they're a bit more robust. But then again, you never know with these things. But the point is that many people asked in the well, at least one person asked in the comments that about what it's like going to be like in 6 months' time. If it's anything like the C64 Maxi that was made by Retro Computers Limited, or Retrogames Limited, Retro Computers, RCL, isn't it? Retro Computers Limited. One of the things that they did with the Commodore 64 is that it was and is, and I still use mine. I think it's quite good. It's a good way to sort of, I don't. The Commodore 64 didn't really have the same RGB output. I don't know it has a monitor output, but yeah, I don't think you can output that as RGB. And so I thus far, I'll be honest. It doesn't look bad. It still works really well. So, is it? Yes. It's a strange question. Is it going to be okay in 6 months' time? I assume so. I assume that like most products, it's had at least some testing of some sort. And they had the prototypes in the office and bashed 11 daylights out of them playing Daley Thompson's Decathlon, which somebody also asked, is it going to survive Daley Thompson's Decathlon? Answer is probably yes. I don't know how fragile it is, whether it's more fragile or less fragile. Problem with modern day products nowadays, and I'm not suggesting that RCL went this route, is that modern day products tend to be a little rough around the edges. As in a polite way of saying it, they're not kind of built to last like they used to be. It's not like the Spectrum I'm sitting in front of right now that has lasted. It's lasted. It's with a little bit of TLC, you're talking about cap replacement, normally the capacitor replacement. These things have survived. There are replacement membranes for the keyboards, and there are replacement buttons around about and all this kind of stuff. But in the general case, it survived. In fact, many of my older pieces of technology always surprises me when I plug them in and they actually work. like I said, I've got to take my jumper off. I'm wearing out in a jumper, and it's red hot, and it's for some reason the weather's gone weird, and my missus has put on the log burner as well. But I'm now sort of sweltering. So hang on a second. I'm stuck under my jumper. Oh, I am coming out. I don't think I can find my way out of here. I'm stuck. Hang on. I've got to stand up. I'm getting old. I've got to stand up and get out of my jumper. It's ridiculous. Oh, I'm out. Hurrah! I'm here. Oh, it was like being birthed again. Hang on. Oh, God, that's so exhausting. I've never been so exhausted taking my jumper off. Right, where were we? Yeah. So, it'll be interesting to see whether it does survive. Here's a good example, though. So I used if you look at my early videos, terrible audio quality, by the way. Dreadful. I do apologise for that. But some of my early videos, nice analog microphone, by the way, is the answer, or a decent or a very expensive USB one. I've got an analog one, which basically means the computer is recording the sound. But anyway, to the side. So if you look at some of my early videos, I spent a lot of time with the ZX Spectrum Vega, which was a modern day replacement product from 2015. That's when they came out. We're not talking about the one with the sharp edges on it. We're talking the Vega. I was one of the people who backed the Indiegogo, which is what it was, Indiegogo. I backed the Indiegogo. Cost me £100. Got myself one of these Vegas. Turned up, thrown in the garden, sat in the garden in the rain for 5 days. Opened the box. At least it was okay inside. But the point was that I got one of those, and I used it to death, and because of the way it was built, it wasn't the buttons that failed. It wasn't the board on the inside that failed. There's a video on my channel, by the way, of how it works. This looks great, by the way. It wasn't that failed. What failed on it was the cable that connected it to the television. It got frayed, and ultimately, then there was no way for it to display on the TV. Now, I contacted SCM, or whoever made the electronics made it, because of course Vega at this point would become a pariah, and this didn't even take long for that to become a pariah, and their behaviour with the next product. I never backed the Vega Plus. I got a feeling, and it literally was a feeling that it wasn't going to happen. So I didn't back it. So I'm quite pleased I didn't, because it obviously would cost me money. But the point is, anyway, that cable frayed. I contacted the electronics people who made the cable, and they very, 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 very kindly supplied me a new one. It was great, free of charge. They were so nice, and remember, they lost money on this as well, because they didn't get paid, and they didn't have to supply me a cable for it, but they did, because I was just very polite. I wrote and I said, look, my cable's frayed, it's no longer working, could I get a cable for it? And they provided one. Brilliant people, can't fault them. So you know, there are nice people still out there in the world, even in production sort of things, in the you know, companies and all this kind of stuff. There are nice people out there. But the point is, but when was that about? I don't know. There's a video about it on my channel, but I'm going to say it was about 2 years into it, and it had it. It might even have been in the first year, and it needed a replacement cable. So I'm not saying it was their design, by the way, quality. I think it's the design of the model of the thing itself was poorly designed. Who puts a composite cable on a device in a modern day? Made no sense. It would have been better off going HDMI to begin with and gone a little bit harder. But anyway, it's an aside. So it's a long sort of the whole 4-button thing. Oh God, so confusing. Anyway, but yeah, it did fail. So I don't know. Anyway, we've got Agent Orange. It's loaded. So let's press 5 to redefine the keys. Up, down, left, right, fire. Space to fire. Right, okay. This looks like a shoot 'em up. I like a good shoot 'em up. 0 to start the key. Launch ship, home planet, launch ship. Oh wow, there I am. Oh, died. What's home planet? I've got to kill 9 enemies first. I've got to kill 9 enemies before I do home planet.
Okay, I'll go going this way. Shooting away. Yeah, looks alright. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. Oh yeah, they go off. Killed him. Is that less enemies now? 7 enemies. Right. Got to kill the enemies next. Next planet. Can't do any of that until I kill all the enemies on the planet. I keep dying though. I keep dying badly. What's the ship? Oh, got one. Shit, got killed. How many have I got left to do? 5. Or 5. It's like a base defense of some sort. Oh, that must be explosive. I don't realise that was explosive. Right, I've got 5 enemies to go still. I'm looking at the bottom of the screen, the bottom right-hand corner. Why do I keep getting a chance to survive? You'd think I'd be dead by now. I've got 4 left. It is a bomb. Oh, he got me again. Blooming quick. Can hardly see the bullets. 3 left. Three left. 2 left. Okay. Yeah, got him. 2 left. Planet's weird. Things keep spawning on it. Do I have to wait for that thing to explode before I get the next? I don't know. Oh, it loops round though. It's a It's a halo-shaped planet. Just checking the size of this type of thing. So it's just a halo-shaped planet. I want to see what the next planet does. Yes, it's a shoot 'em up. It's a weird shoot 'em up. It's like Defender, but like not in the same place. Let's go this way. Yeah, you can't drive out there. Let's just wait here for a bit. See if anybody turns up. Nobody there. Okay. Very quiet planet. Nothing on it. Nothing at all. Oh, can I get the home planet now? Oh, I can! Ooh! Trade ships. Last planet. Trade ships. Oh! I don't know what happened there, but I traded ships. Next planet. Oh. Let's go kill 10 enemies, launch ship. New planet. I think I'm like some kind of space bounty hunter. Got a new high score. I quite like that. I'm not sure what it's about, really, other than being... I think a space bounty hunter. I mean, the Agent Orange thing sort of suggests that, doesn't it? Yeah, it's kind of good, that one. I think I'd get that one if I was... Well, I've got it. I know I've got it in my collection somewhere. Let's fast forward this a little bit. It's the end of the last one loading. Thankfully, Stuart from Generation Pixel, he fat rewound all these because he isn't a savage. In his own words, he said, "I'm not a savage. Not at all. Not savage at all." My favourite thing recently, though, I watched a YouTube sort of video of an American listening to British people swearing, and they seem to be very obsessed by our lovely vernacular. There we go, to use some special words, because they obviously don't have the same level of sort of wordsmanship when it comes to the swearing that the British do. They don't, just don't do it. You know, they obviously don't have as many swear words either, by the looks of things. But it was just really quite interesting. Quite enjoyed it. It was sort of that we definitely do have I would call a colourful language. We love a bit of swearing in this country. I think it's a very British thing, isn't it? We love the swearing. It's one of those things. Not that you actually hear it on my channel ever, really. It sometimes does. A little sneaky swear comes out occasionally, but you don't hear it very often. But we do. I think we do like a bit of the old sort of swearing on the whole thing. I just find it funny that they find it amusing that we, the way we swear. And I'm like, yeah, it's very British. It's like me having fish and chips for lunch. Greatest thing. Fish and chips, mushy peas, fish and chips. The works as they from the whole thing. Am I going to find redcoats? I don't think I'm going to find redcoats. This is a reference to, but strangely, and timing is amazing. British American independence, of course. The independence. Can't find redcoats on there. It is not there. We're going to have to go on. It was a strategy game, I think, or a strategy game of sorts. We'll just fast forward on. If it's not going to load, we'll just carry on. But a strategy game, but a reference to the coats that the. Let's see if this is going to load. No, that I think is part of the other thing, the other game. Even with the gap. Yeah, it's part of the other game, so it's part of Redcoats. So the British used to wear red coats when the Americans declared independence on the was it 4th of July? Oh no, sorry, it's Thanksgiving. So sorry, wrong time. I'm sorry, getting my American holidays mixed up. How could I possibly forget Independence Day? That movie with Will Smith back in the day before he started slapping around Chris Rock. But how could we forget that movie? That part in the movie, if you watch the movie, where he grabs the alien and then he kicks it in the desert when he's dragging it along, that was ad-libbed because they'd used all kinds of horrible things to give the alien a sort of like a gooey, sort of nasty whatever else it is. But in the hot sun and in the desert they were there, the blooming thing started to basically sweat and stink. And he actually genuinely was frustrated when he went and kicked it. It was kind of in character but out of character at the same time. He sort of kicks the alien and goes, "What the hell's that smell?" kind of thing. I remember that. Do you remember what was really important about Independence Day? 1995 that was. 1995. That means next year, 2025. That is 30 years old. 30 years old. Can you believe it's 30 years old? I can't believe it's 30 years old. Anyway, so, Independence Day. Back in the day, that was one of the first movies to use a combination. This tape's not going very well. I'm sure I can find drafts, though. I don't think drafts are going to be an issue, finding drafts. There might be about 4,000 versions of drafts. But yeah, it was one of the first movies to use a combination of combination of. I'm going to do load dip. Go on, just stop, break menu, whatever it is. Go back, push a button, go down and load dip. It was one of the first movies to use a mixture of CGI or computer graphics and actual real physical effects. It was seen as groundbreaking at the time, and of course slightly different. Right, let's have a look for drafts. Drafts from Melbourne House. Do you think it'll be the Melbourne House version? It probably will, actually, because Mastertronic ended up owning Melbourne House. So let's go with that one. See if it's this one. If it isn't this one, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Drafts 2. No, it's not this one, but it doesn't really matter. You're going to get the feel of it. Do you remember drafts? When we were kids, chess and drafts were a thing. weren't they? They really were a thing. Are they still a thing? I don't think they are. Kids nowadays play Fortnite, don't they? It's not quite the same sort of jeopardy that you would have of playing chess. We used to play chess as kids, and we used to play drafts. It's how we learned to play the important things like poker and blackjack, so that we could gamble our lives away later on. All these important skills were passed on to us as children. Nowadays, nobody knows how to play the bloody games, which is a bit of a shame. I'm waiting. Oh, it's drawing a tape. That's basic. Your move. Right, what am I? Do you think I'm red? Probably red. Okay, so I'm going to do C6. 6 to D5. Yep. Okay, I'm going to move. I'm going to move G6 to H5. So you can only move on the diagonals. No, that's just this basic drafts. You can only move on the diagonals. You can only move forward until you get to the other side, then you become a king, and then you can move backwards and all over the board. Actually, to be honest, you can only. What else can you only do? You can only. Let me just see what I'm doing now. You can only move on the diagonals, and then you can jump up if there's no other draft on the other side of one of the opposition drafts. So if you look at G4, if I was in F5, I could jump to H3 and then take that part that counter. So that's basically it. So you're jumping over them to take them. So I'm going to go F7 to G6. Let's see how harsh the computer is. This is interesting. I'm starting to feel a bit pressurized already. I've got one of my tokens on the side of the board. Right, I'm going to go with B7 to C6. We'll get into the action soon, hopefully. Right, we're just moving forward slowly. I'm waiting for the opportunity to that he's going to be forced to move into a place where he has to make a jump over me. I'm going to go C8 to B7. Yeah, he's doing similarly. He's sort of moving things around. So I'm going to move the E. Now, E8 to F7. Yeah, we're getting close now. Somebody's going to have to start making the move. Is it going to be me? It probably is. I don't like it. Right, I'm gonna have to sacrifice my first one. D5 to. I think the weakest part for him is over here to the C direction. C4. Okay, here we go. So let's jump. I'm gonna go A6 to C4. Boom. He's gonna jump me again. Then I'm gonna jump him back. So I'm gonna go E6 to C4. And then he's free to move a one forward. E7 to A6. Let's just block that one in. I think I'm going to lose this because it's been a year since I played this. I'm going to go F. Oh, no. Delete. No. I was going to do that and then I've just realised it's going to take me. F7 to E6. It's been a while. Right, well, I can also do E6 to D5. Right, he's forcing an issue here, so we're going to do C4 to A2. Right. A8 to B7. Okay. I'm going to do G8 to F7. D7 to E6. Oakley dokley. Can I do 2 jumps here? Am I allowed to? I don't know if it does the right drafts move here. Let's do it though. D5 to B2, B3. Oh, it's going to let me king though. It's going to let me king. Look, it's coming. B3 to D1. I'm now a king, so I can go back the way. Right, I can do this. He's getting a bit stuck now. I don't know whether it works as well in drafts, but I'm going with the sort of a king sort of a line defense. So strongest defense move with basic pieces in chess is to put the pawns all in a straight line. Anything else is not strong because they can defend every angle, each pawn defending the front of each other pawn because of the way that they move. So the question to me here is does that apply with this game? I don't know. We'll because I've got a fairly straight line there, and he's having to move into sort of the front of it. So anyway, let's do A4. Boom. Right. A2 to B1. Okay, here we go again. I'm going to go E6 to C4. There's a lot of C4s going on in this. C4. C4 to D3. Thinking about that a lot. There's a lot of thinking going on. I have a little problem here though, because that computer thing there has put me in a situation. Now, do I give him something tasty to chew on, or do I just take another piece and move forward? He's really short of pieces now. let's take another piece. Let's do A6 to C4. Another one gone. Let's do he can't move that one on D5 because he moves it left or right there. I can take it. So he has to move forward. So I'm going to have to move. I'm moving forward here now. So I'm going to go with D3 to E2. Okay. No. You've made a mistake there. Change that. Can I change it to... Can I go back? No, I can't. Can I? I can't change it. Oh, balls. I made a mistake. E2, because I meant to take that one in G4, but it's fine, because now he's going to move forward with G4, that one there, blocking my route through, but just what it is. E2 to F1. Oh my god, he didn't do what I thought he was going to do. He is going to try and do something, though. I'm going to move the G1 because he's going to push that down in front of that draft there, and thus making it easier for him to move. So I'm going to do the G1. So I'm going to do the G6 to E4. Sorry, it's been years since I played drafts. I'm really enjoying it. Sorry about this. If you're watching, I'm kind of got myself back into the thing. It's been literally years. The fact that at the moment, I would say, currently winning is a nice thing. Shit, I didn't think that one out, did I? Actually put myself in a situation here that I didn't want to be in. Okay. Didn't think that one out, did I? F3 to G2. Right, he didn't do what I thought he was going to do there. That has confused me beyond belief. Let's just kill him off then here. B7 to D5. That's what I half expected. So I'm going to take his last piece here, which is this one here. Which is, I'm going to do, well, second to last piece. H5 to boom. Okay. I'm going to do G3, sorry, G2, H1. Okay, he's coming for me. He's coming for me, but he's got a bit of a problem here. I'm gonna go. C4 to B3. Yeah, he's stuck. He can't move here. This becomes a stalemate here, I think. B3 to A. Sorry, B3 to A2. D5. Oh, so D5 to C4. Nah, he's just going to go back as a forward. So that's stalemate now. It's a stalemate. Break the game. We've had enough. We're stalemated. Let's carry on. Sorry, I enjoyed that too much. Get the old drafts out. I'm all good. Yeah, it was a stalemate. It would be bouncing around that corner until one of us stepped forward to do something, and it would be hardish to do. So it's kind of stalemate at that point. Oh, doesn't sound good. What's this now? Characters. Yeah, I don't think that's it. What we got? What we got? Ned. Rings a bell. There's a little bit of mute. Doodle-doodle there. We love this kind of stuff. Cool coffee now, because I've been playing for 45 minutes-ish. Roundabouts. Well, it is about 45 minutes, actually. Just a little bit longer than that. So keeping you busy for the last episode, as I say, for the current season. 2 weeks off. Back probably the weekend of the 13th of at the so 14th, 15th probably back. Keys ZXMK. What we doing? Help Ned tidy up the garden, but watch out for the local fauna. Only 3 types of items can be carried before returning to the shed. When all the items have been put away, Ned must find the shed key, which he has dropped somewhere in the garden. Finally, he must lock the shed. Control keys are these ones. Reminds me of that. It's like it's probably the most English thing you've ever seen. That that Ned's garden needs cleaned up. And he's left tut rake in the garden. Sorry, my Yorkshire's not very good, by the way. I do apologise to anybody from Yorkshire. It's not dreadful. I learned it from Last of the Summer Wine, all right? What do you expect? That's where I got all my Yorkshire stuff from. Anyway, but yeah, Ned's most English thing ever. Ned needs his garden cleaned up. Let's press S to start the game. I'm Ned, and I also look like a Viking, which is awesome. And it's English Country Garden. I've not heard that in years. The English Country Garden. What are you doing, Ned? Bloody hell! It's like Pac-Man, but like on a super. Yeah, I know. I've been in the English Country Garden, Ned. Ned. Ned is definitely a Viking, by the way. Ned is a Viking. He's a man of the Viking people. Where does it bounce back? Right, okay. I'm going to go that way. Come on, Ned. Let's get in here. Typically, there is everything. The Oasis is here. Maybe. Champagne Supernova, maybe? Don't know. Ned, get in there. There's a rake over there, Ned. Let's go get the rake. I did say there was a rake in the garden that Ned had left. Said he's a crazy man. He's left his. Tell you what, Ned's garden is proper dangerous. Why? I don't want to go in here because that's got like a flipping thing that kills you. Hard luck, Ned. Peter, play again. Yes, I'm playing again. Come on, Ned. Come on, son. We need to do better, Ned. We need to see more than 2 screens, Ned. Ned. Sugar, you can't just move across quick enough. It's like pixel perfect insertion into the hole. Yeah, pixel perfect. There's no room for error. No margin for error. There's a bit of Ned's equipment. Go on, Ned, get your equipment. I've got a bit of equipment. Can we get Ned's equipment back to Ned's house? Yes, let's go. Oh, go on. Oh, God! Ned! Oh, hang on, you can't put it in! Ned! I've dropped it. Has it gone back? I pushed the button to go in the shed, but I can't get into his shed. No, it's dropped it back where it started. That is the harshest thing. That is welcome to Spectrum Gaming in the in 2024. The harshest thing you've got is literally Ned's equipment can't be dropped in the shed. This is the rockery. That's a snail coming at me at full tilt. Can't avoid him. That's death on wheels. That yes, Ned. I quite like it though. Quite like it. What was it called? Ned's Garden or something like that. Quite like it. It's a bit crazy. It's dangerous, dangerously tough, but good. We've got a chunk of tape to do, you know. Here, we have a chunk of tape. These tape compilations, either they've been written over and it doesn't look like they have, or they're literally as bad as they seem. Somebody's like buying them on bulk. It's like getting them down the old market stall as such, you know. When was it Fast or Fact? Fast, wasn't it? Fast, the pirating people would come along and disembowel you for having a dodgy copy of the games that were there. That's what they used to do. You know, there was a fine and a disembowelment. Did anybody ever get fined? I don't know anybody ever got fined for making dodgy copies of things. I really don't. That's not even loading that bit there. It's not even like, nope, forget it. No, actually, we might be finished the tape there. I thought there was a bit more. There isn't. I've got a little morsel. I've got a chunk of it, a teeny chunk to go. Ned's Garden. Of course, nowadays is it Ned nowadays to somebody not employed something or other, delinquent or something? Is that what they are? There's Neds now. I think there is. I think there's something called Neds. But. Oh, to get old. Wish I had all this stuff when I was younger. I'd made the best videos. The best videos. Sound like Donald Trump for a minute there. I make the best videos. Gonna build a wall around the Commodore users. No, it's not gonna happen. I can't find them all. Can't track them down, people. Right, coffee. More coffee. Spectrum adaptation by P. Rawling from the original Tea Garden. Tea Garden. I don't even know what this is. What is this? What did it say when it started to load that? Planetfall. It said Planetfall, didn't it? Oh! I'm sure this is by the people who did Fighting Fantasy back in the day. I've got Stephen Jackson's signature, you know. I'm sure I've told you the story before. It's a wonderful story. We'll do it again. Whereas we're here. We'll have the Stephen Jackson story while I'm drinking my coffee. Ah, good coffee. Right, okay. So I have a friend, lovely friend, who lives out in the US, in Chicago. He's also a avid book collector, board game collector, and aficionado of retro hardware. He loves big old computers, so even mainframe computers and mini computers when they were a thing, and people probably won't even know what they are now, but basically it was microcomputers, which was your home computers. You had mini computers, which was even more powerful, which would run sort of small organisations at the time. Probably call it a server nowadays in the modern day terminology. And then you had mainframe computers. Now I think mainframes still exist. They were very powerful, not supercomputers, because that's your next step up, but very powerful computers that ran large organisations, multinationals and whatever else it is. Anyway, so it's a bit of aficionado with those kind of things. Anyway, he was doing a book sale in Chicago somewhere. I can't remember where it was particularly. and he was trying to get his books in, and they're very heavy books, obviously. And he was doing it. Was doing a book sale at this place, conference centre, and this lovely gentleman helped open the doors and push them through, and then helped him sort of set up while he perused his books at the same time. And this lovely gentleman turned out to be Stephen Jackson, as in Stephen Jackson Fighting Fantasy, as in a Munchkin the game. If you've ever played it, do recommend you Google that if you haven't played it. It's fantastic. It's a really good game. Very good card game. And anyway, so my friend who knew I played Munchkin, because I think I'd said it on my Facebook page, and we've been friends and we worked together for a number of years, and he basically Stephen whipped out some cards, and he signed two of the rarest Munchkin cards you've got. And my friend, knowing how much I love Munchkin, put them into the post and sent them to me, and it was much to my surprise when I opened them up to discover two of the rarest. Santa's Cookies, I think, is one of them, and I can't remember what the other one was, signed by Stephen Jackson. Now, the story doesn't quite end there. You would think, that, and this is there's a humility here, and people. People are people. Even those people that you might idolize or something similar, or celebrity by default. The people are people, and even after that, after he'd signed all of that, he stopped and he had a cup of coffee with them, and it's lovely. What a lovely story. They had a cup of coffee and he signed a few cards, and he's probably friends with him on Facebook, and honestly, you can't ask for more, can you? People being people, even when with a level of celebrity to some extent. I mean, I guess it's only people of a certain age and people who enjoy the works of those people that might like them, but there are other celebrity out there, and I think there's a humility there, isn't there? So you've got to learn. It's not to be humble. It's just that their celebrity, for those people, their celebrity came from the fact of the things they did. They weren't a celebrity by I guess, being a YouTube person or something similar. But did you get the whole point? Just be you. Yes, everybody just be you. You don't need to be. Right, okay, new game. Don't need to be anything else. What's the new game going to do? How many players? Just one, because me. You can only play between 2 and 12. Okay, 2 then. Number of ships per player. 5, I think, is a nice, sensible number. How many star systems? 10? Length in years? 50? May take a few moments to build the universe. This sounds great. I like games like this. It feels like I might have overdone it with 50 though. How many star systems? 10. I hope that isn't too many. I'm a big fan of these strategy sort of ones. My favourite strategy for the PC, and now I'm literally thinking here. I need a copy because just for the nostalgia of it, I think I need a copy of it. I'll have to have a little look. But one of my favourite sort of games is something called Ascendancy. I absolutely love Ascendancy. It's kind of a cut down version of Masters of Orion. I get that. But it was much more refined at the time before you got the new modern day Masters of Orion. So yeah, I rather enjoyed that. Kirk, it's Captain Kirk, James Tiberius Kirk. Enter the name of your ships. 1, 2. Oh no, 2. 1, 3, 4, 5. That'll make life really difficult. Sound on. 1. Sol, drum. Oh wow. Nook. Ovis. Guitar. Right. Okay. Buying, selling. Cargo. Here's our thing. Here's the planets. Oh, right. There's the pricing. Star system 4. Next star. Yes? Yes? What am I doing? Oh, right. Okay, we're buying stuff. B. No such system. What are we doing? Pressing 4? Oh. Not sure what I'm doing here. Looks like buying and selling. The rest of the prices. Looks like a buying and selling game, actually, rather than anything else. Needs a bit more investigation, peoples. I think, and it's a basic program as well. Definitely needs a bit more investigation. This one, it smells like it's going to be fun, but it's not something I've got. I can play at this moment in time. There's a little face appeared at the door. A small child's face. He's staring at me. He's looking at me with what are you doing, Dad? We're doing what's on the tape. We've done it before. He's gone back to the fire. I think his mum's making him a juice and a fresh cup of coffee. She hasn't heard. She's just ignoring me. I was making a hint there. Fresh cup of coffee. It's not working. Not at all. I was trying. Come on, give me credit. It was an attempt. I'd love a fresh cup of coffee. It's not going to happen, is it? Got to drink my old cup of coffee. Code loader, grid runner, Jeff Minter. Ah, Jeff himself. The man with quite a vision for strange things, including Tempest, because of course he was responsible for that. Yeah, he loves a bit of the grid runner. Is quite good actually. I've played grid runner before, but he has quite a style as Jeff. I mean, he did what was that one with the hammers in it? It was like Heavy Metal Harry or something with the hammers. It was kind of cool. I quite liked it. He was very much Jeff's very much a strange character in the sense of games. He's legendary though. I mean, he's even got his own collection on Steam. If you search for Jeff Minter, you'll find a collection of games by Jeff Minter on the whole thing. Seems like a very nice guy from what all counts. Never met him, to be honest with you. Again, I'm not very good with celebrity. Coffee. Right. Keyboard. Okay. Fire. Pressing every button. Oh, what's that? I'm gone. I'm on the side. That's me along the bottom, but I don't know how I've ended up over there. Ah, right, okay. What's down? I've got up and down, I've got fire. Right, so what am I going to describe it as? It's a little bit like Solar Fox, if you've ever played that. You're shooting the sort of, I guess, space caterpillar in the style of Caterpillar. Not Caterpillar, Millipede, Centipede, sorry, that's the thing. Without and avoiding those guys at the bottom. Jeff really did like shoot 'em ups, and he does, as I say, some of the most, because of his style. He's got a lovely style, and I literally moved into that. He's got a lovely style for games. I do think it's a very interesting style. This is a variation on it. The speed is really good. It is super responsive. We're obviously damn. I'm shot again. I'm rubbish at this. Those things at the bottom of the screen getting in my way. Oh, just run into the beam. I'm a silly boy. Yeah, but so yeah, I would call it Space Centipede. Basically, that's how I would describe this one. Quite an early game, 83. This one. Did it feature on the? Did it feature on the? Oh damn it! Did it feature on the? One more life. Nope, 0 lives. Did it feature on the C64? I get the feeling it did. Not one of my favourite ones. That one. There are better shoot 'em ups from Jeff. So yeah, definitely some better ones. Let's push the buttons. Let's go for it. Another funny side to another funny tape. Let's see what we're doing. We're going for it now. I'm just looking at it. About halfway through this one, so we're almost there with the tape. We don't know what else we've got on it. What we got? Program with no name. Great. And it's loading. Dragon's Bane by Quicksilver. The Game Lords. That's a big claim, isn't it? The Game Lords. Not a game I recognise the title of. I'm loving these tapes, by the way. These tapes have been so blooming random, but they don't look like they've been recorded over. It's almost, as I say, it's almost like somebody just recorded any old crap they felt like onto these things and went, yeah, well, we'll call this the Spectrum compilation, stick it in a cardboard box. You'll see that if you go back to volume 11 in this season. It's like somebody stuck them in a box and just went, yeah, we'll do those. We could have the horrible random stuffage. And I think that's exactly how the meeting went. It probably was, because it was the 80s back then. They were probably all sat around in their velvet suits, crushed velvet suits, sort of smoking in their smoking jackets and drinking port while describing what. No, I have no idea. This is a much trendier crew. They all went out and bought Ferraris, didn't they? That's what they all did back in the day. They were all much trendier. They probably do the drinking bit though. I bet they were down the pub on a regular basis. But yeah, they're drinking and you know, whatever else is. I like to think of the BBC drama, The Micromen, for this. You know, and Chris, was it Chris Curry in the back of a Rolls Royce with two friendly young ladies that he'd met in a pub somewhere. Yeah, I like to think that was what it was like. I doubt it was, but well, it might have been. It could have been. Probably was. Who knows? Maybe one way or the other. It could be either. Yeah, but no. But yeah, but no. Now fully banned in by the BBC. I'm sure of it. I don't think you're going to see Little Britain. It's been hacked to pieces nowadays. It's such a weird world. Yeah, I get it. But it's humour. Learn humour. Anyway. I totally digressed there, didn't I? I sort of lost it. I think we'd have to look at Quicksilver and their Dragon's Bane. Dragon's Bane. I wonder how they advertised it. Was there a lot of TV adverts for computer games? I don't think there was. I remember where this sort of dates me a little bit. I remember first time I ever saw an advert for a search engine in the real world, in real life. Edge of a bus, double decker. An advert for, brace yourselves, Alta Vista. Do you remember Alta Vista? Yeah, exactly. Nobody remembers Alta Vista. I don't even know if it exists anymore. But Alta Vista was one of the early search engines that allowed you to search the internet easily, because there are a lot of websites out there, and unless you knew the web address for them, you needed something that crawled the websites to give you somewhere to search for. Being the person who provides the product is the answer to that. But Alta Vista was the first time I ever saw an advert for a website that existed, and then there was a little bit of obsession by people putting www. Do you remember that, World Wide Web? It had to be www. You didn't need that. That was the extra for the whole thing. Nobody wwws anymore, really. They all just use the domain straight. But the point of the matter is that was the first time I'd sort of seen it. I think it wasn't too long after Google was born. That looks really cool. Load a game from earlier. No. Preston Hunt Rose Moore. No. Please wait. Program initializing. Okay. A little wizard over there. Looks a little, sort of got a plague look about him. You know that mask they often wear, sort of the crow, as that they use as a representation of plague things. There's a little troll over there. Oh, it's the name of the people. I was trying to work out why I was pressing M for Preston. M for Preston, P for Hunt, R for Rose, and D for More. Because I think the D for More caught me, because I saw the D for More first. Oh my god! Oh my god! This looks great! H for controls. P to pick up an object. Cursor keys to move. P to pick up, D to drop, C to change, ready weapon, eat some food, inventory, look, free princess. Display, right, okay, cursor keys. Musty cellar. That way? That way? Rotate. Stone storeroom. Wow! I haven't seen a game very similar to this, but beyond... You need to map this, because it says room 70 there. Room 64. Go this way. I haven't seen a game like this since... There's a dark... Oh, right, okay. Monster slashes you badly, chills, completely misses, and blow. Right. You've been beaten badly, it would be insane to run. The Dark Knight is here, he's going to hit me again. Would you like to contact the monster? Yes. And you have been attacked. I've got contact the monster, he's unfriendly. That is pretty cool, I like the look of that. There's the right elements here. As I say, the last one I saw was Bard's Tale, probably on the Specky, that was very similar to this. I was quite obsessed by Bard's Tale back in the day. Could kind of map it, if that made sense. That is pretty cool. And no, I'll play it to it. I don't want to speak to the monster because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to talk to me. Dragon's Bane, though. That looks like one that we need to play more. We need to try that one a bit more. It's alright. See what else is on the tape, though. That was kind of cool. I quite liked that one. Do you know what? That was going to take a lot of effort to learn that one, I think, there. But that looked really good, didn't it? I mean, that was Eye of the Beholder. Oh, loved Eye of the Beholder. Eye of the Beholder, kind of level of kind of thing. I like it. Let's see if this will load. Come on, Tube. It's the YouTubes. We're going to load it. All Amazon. Google. Alphabet. That's the name of their head company. Divided it up into new companies to ensure that they can manage to hide the tax and see to be broken up so that they can monopolise things without being one company. Yeah, it's a bit of a dodgy deal, realistically. I heard recently that the the US government's asking them to sell the Chrome browser because it's too dominant, which is interesting to say the least. I'm not sure how easy that is for Google to do. I think they may struggle with that one. Right, let's see if we can find one called Tube on PlayZX. We'll go from that. Right, let's have a little search while we've got the R-tape error on the screen. Tube. What's it likely to be? Tube Train Terror. I don't think it's going to be that for some reason. Tube Mix. Tube. What's this? Let's try this. It says it's 128k. We'll give it a go. There's Tube Cube. That's probably what it is, actually. Tube Cube. Let's give just give Tube Cube a go. And see if it is Tube Cube. Load it. Yeah, we'll give Tube Cube a go. There's Tube War, which is very small. And then Tube Train Terror, which sounds horrible. Tube Cube by ASP Software, or ASP Software. It's probably ASP, though. It's always a very British thing, again, to use the name things after snakes. We like snakes. That's why we've got Cobra Command and things like that. We like things like that. That's why Elite is in the way it is. If you play Elite and even Elite Dangerous, all the ships are named after something related to do with snakes, aren't they? There's the Viper, the Cobra that you fly yourself, the Asp. I'm trying to think of it. Python. There's a Python. There's a few others. So yeah, we like it's certainly somebody does. Acme Glass Cube, genuine simulated plastic. Do not drop. Oh my God! It's the old Rubik's Cube, the bane of my existence as a child. See to play with this. Scramble it first. Faster to scramble it. Is it going to show it turning? I doubt it is. No, it's just going to do that with it. Oh my goodness. Press any key to turn it. Select a colour. Press a colour key to select. And then... Oh my God. No, honestly, Rubik's Cubes and me, forget it. I never learned how to do it. I'm thinking you've learned how to do it on the internet, but me, I never got you Rubik's Cubes. They were just, yeah. Well, there was lots of them as well, wasn't there? They sold like billions of them. A doctor invented it? I think it was, wasn't it? And he must have made loads of them. I can't believe there's still competitions with them. Lots of people go to competitions with Rubik's Cubes. But I guess if it's a thing and everybody likes it, why not? I'm not going to diss anybody else's hobby. Good God, I'm sat in front of a ZX Spectrum. A ZX Spectrum. It's 40-year-old tech. Like 40-something-odd-year-old tech. I don't know if there'll be anything else on this tape. I'm looking. I think we're going to fast forward here a little bit. I think we're done. I think it's it, peoples. Well, now the time is near. We face the final curtain. I'm not singing anymore. I've been banned. There's currently an outstanding arrest warrant if I sing again, apparently. Doesn't stop me, though. I'll sing whenever I want. Whenever I want. No, it's definitely finished. I think we're done, people. That is us. There is nothing left on this tape, and I'd like to thank Generation Pixel for providing this, and Stuart. Thank you very much, Stuart. That has been one of the loveliest 4-tape runs we've done in a long time. We've all had some fun. We've seen games that we haven't seen before, and I'm looking forward to returning in a couple of weeks' time. As I say, 2 weeks off. 2 weeks off, a couple of weeks' time with a new series. It's December next month. Yeah, it's probably the. Is it 13th? No, it's not 13th. It'll be a little bit later. 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from today, you come back. I'll post on YouTube. I'll post on Blue Sky if you want to join me on there. There's details in my description below. I'm all over that now. I rather like it. It's a nice place. Lots of interaction with people in a good way. So yeah, if you want to catch up with me, there I am. But I'll definitely be back for a few sort of smaller episodes, a bit more Euro trucking, a bit of indie gaming. I've been enjoying that recently. A little bit of a few, probably a review of a game or a gameplay from a game that I've played recently, and of course the 20p arcade challenge, which I highly recommend. It's a bit of fun. It's games you don't normally play, and that's why it's actually most interesting. So you're picking up things that you might not have played before. I mean, for God's sake, we played a game called Tinkle Pit the other day. Tinkle Pit. You're not going to get that on the well, you might do that on What's on the Tape, but Tinkle Pit is a good one. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon. I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Please do that old like and subscribing thing, and if you want, share it a bit. I'll see you later. Bye bye.